Good evening. Let's do some exercise. Start with the exercise like usual. Uh, we do some stretching. How about that? Right? Yeah, we do some stretching. Yeah, we do some stretching. Okay. Okay, let's do some stretching. All right. Oh, 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 oh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. 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 All right. And some more stretching. Oh. Ah. Full arm rotation. I learned this from my friends. For very good at fitness. Okay. Full waist rotation. Ah. 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 Okay. Okay. That should be enough. So how many minutes? 4 minutes. Okay, let's take 5 minutes break. Oh, that's good. Whew. Good exercise. Stretching. Yeah. All right. Okay, welcome everybody. Good evening. Yeah, my upper back of my neck was kind of stiff, so I feel much better now after that good stretching. It took only 5 minutes, right? Yeah, it doesn't take too much time. Okay. Ah, yeah. Well, happy Thursday, and I did write about 3 4 pages this evening. The copiomology paper, and yeah, so I feel very good about that. Yeah, yeah. So happiness, right? Yeah, it's simple basically. Yeah, you go to work, right? Like Monday to Friday. When you come home, you do something that you feel worthwhile your time, right? It could be family, yeah, which is very important. Raising kids, having a good family, very important. But that's not me. In my opinion, my job is to write these papers, academic papers. So kind of like metaphysical children, kind of brainchild, right? Yeah. So I feel to me, it's very rewarding experience to write these papers and yeah, doing something for future generations' sake in my mind. So yeah, I feel very good about this hobby of mine. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. It's a little bit chilly. So anyway, so uh, yesterday I made an episode, but I decided not to upload it. Why? Uh, my mouth wasn't dirty, but my emotion was too unfiltered. It was not. Uh, I was too emotional, basically. Okay, first too drunk too. So I decided not to upload that episode. That happens like at least once a week. Okay, so but that's fine. If I become very wealthy, yeah, all those dirty humanology episodes will be published, but not in Google YouTube though, because yeah, they have got community guideline that I'm supposed to abide by, which is good guideline, okay? Because public media, Google YouTube, right? So it's open to everybody. So yeah, I think it makes sense that they have some kind of rules, like ethical rules. It's good that they have that, right? So yeah, I abide by their rules. It's their house, right? So they have their house rule, right? I'm just a guest. Yeah, it's good that they are good rules. Yeah, no complaints whatsoever. Okay, so anyway, let's talk about politics, shall we? So I'm kind of moderate Republican, moderate conservative. So after this January 6th Capitol Hill incident, uh, led by none other than former President Trump, yeah, I was one of those conservatives, moderate conservatives, who was very disappointed at former President Trump. Okay, um, so but surprisingly, many Republicans still support former President Trump. I don't. Okay, I mean in terms of politics. Okay, so basically, in my opinion, he failed 3 times: COVID-19, BLM, and this Capitol Hill incident. 3 big time he failed as a president. Okay, and but he did something good. Yeah, the relationship with North Korea that was very good. He did like nobody else could. All right. he became a mentor to Mr. Kim Jong Un. Mentorship, okay, which is very, very, very positive thing. I think President Trump does deserve Nobel Peace Prize for that, okay, because it's like more like sunshine policy. He gave love to uh, Mr. Kim Jong Un of North Korea, though. I don't know what's his official title, maybe chairman or president of North Korea, okay, chancellor. I don't know what the terminology that they use, okay, but it was very good in my opinion. Okay, so he gave love, provide mentorship to Mr. Kim Jong Un. Okay, which is fantastic. I do think he deserved Nobel Peace Prize for that effort and success. The relationship with North Korea. Okay, yeah, he did that very well. When it comes to border, southern border between Mexico and America, half and half because he what built was something like 400 miles of brand new border, but many parts of that was he replaced old border fence with a new border, higher border fence. Okay, I don't think it was a good idea to do that. What I would have done it had I been the president, I would have started building the border wall where there's nothing, no fence, no nothing. Okay, why? Because if I'm the president, I might lose the re-election campaign. So I only have 4 years to build a full borderline wall. So I would prioritize uh, the location of brand new border wall where there's no fence, no nothing. Why? Because I might lose the re-election. Okay, but President Trump, I guess he was kind of arrogant, overconfident that he would win the re-election, and he didn't. In my opinion, I don't think he won like he says. His supporter says. I don't think so. I think he lost fair and square because um, of his disappointing performance during the 4 years. Okay, so yeah, he couldn't finish the building the border wall. All right, but if there is already fence, no matter how small, low it may be, you have at least something, right? So yeah, build a border wall where there's nothing, not even a fence line. Okay, that's what I would have done it. Okay, how about trade war with China? I think it's a very bad idea. Another big failure. Antagonizing foreign countries like China. Okay, big mistake because some Democrats antagonize China too. I disagree. In my opinion, China is an international trading partner, very important one. Okay, America make a lot of money off of China. Okay, America's farmers sell soybeans to China, many different exportation. Okay, China is a huge market, consumer market, and antagonizing China is a very bad idea, whether it's Democrats or Republicans, okay? Whether it's Biden's or Trump's administration, okay? And President Trump's bringing back manufacturing jobs from South America to America, I think it was a very big mistake and error, okay? Because once South America, yeah, it's American auto industry companies, but I think those jobs belong to South America. Why? International trade, okay, cheaper labor market, so that poor people like me can purchase a car in a cheaper price. Okay, I think it's a good thing, international trade, all right, and but he brought back all those manufacturing jobs from Latin America to America. So a lot of immigrants follow that money industry and try to cross the border illegally because they don't have any jobs in South America. Because President Trump brought back those manufacturing jobs. Okay, very bad error, in my opinion. Okay, and so I think there were enough Americans who are disillusioned, disenchanted, and disappointed at President Trump's 4 years of performance as the president of the United States. And many of us did not vote for him in the second election last year 2020 November. And I think that's why he lost his re-election campaign. Okay, that's my opinion. And then this Capitol Hill incident happened. Right. So I do not support him as politician anymore. I don't. But some Republicans still do. Why? We'll take 5 minutes break, okay? We'll talk about why some Republicans still support former President Trump's political ambition. Okay, we'll talk about that in 5 minutes, okay? Yeah, it's strange, right? But we are humanologists. We can understand humans like nobody else can. Yes, even pro-Trumpers. Okay, so yeah, we think about that, okay? In 5 minutes. We'll talk about it. Why don't you think about it if you want, okay? We'll talk about it together. Yeah. Any thoughts? Okay. Well, let me. This. So, former President Trump, I mean, my criticism is this: he misled, and misguided his followers, pro-Trumpers, or nickname MAGA Mob. Okay, he invited them to Capitol Hill to protest. And peaceful protest is fine. Okay, but uh, something horrible happened there. Okay, 7 people died, hundreds of people went to jail, and more hundreds of people lost their jobs. Sometimes they lost their reputation. Okay, there's a lot of damage, and President Trump, there's some causational link between what President Trump did, what he said in the Twitter. He invited people there, the January 6th, 2021. So the Electoral College certification process on Capitol Hill building, and Maybe he didn't foresee violence. Maybe he didn't. We don't know. Right? That's what they're trying to find out in the Senate trial, right? So the idea of Senate trial, I think, is sound idea, but Republicans, their criticism is correct. It may be procedurally incorrect. It's like kind of like statute of limitation, the deadline, statutory deadline. Okay, the Senate trial, impeachment trial, should happen while President Trump is still in the White House, because that's what impeachment is about, to oust incumbent president. When he's already out of the White House, it's too late. They didn't meet the deadline. Statute of limitation, kinda same concept. Okay, so there's some procedural defense there, and it's a very powerful and strong and very smart procedural defense. I didn't think of that. Okay, so. But on the substantive side, yeah, President Trump engaged in wrongdoing. He claimed without evidence that there was massive election fraud. And he has the right to make that kind of allegation. So he sued in court and he lost. He should have backed down, but he didn't. He kept on pushing and invited people to Capitol Hill and encouraged them to protest there. But did he intend those protesters actually get inside the Capitol Hall building that day? Was it his intention, expectation, his desire? That we don't know. And yeah, but Senate impeachment trial, maybe it's not a good idea because they didn't meet the deadline. Okay? Because he's already out. There's no point of impeaching him because purpose of impeachment is expelling the incumbent president out of the White House, but he's already out, right? So yeah, so Republican senators, including Mr. Senator Rand Paul, very smart. Okay, yeah. I don't know whose idea it was because he's not a lawyer; he's a doctor, right? But still, he or his lawyer friends, employees, whoever came up with the constitutional attack, this procedural defense, very smart. Okay. They have a criminal trial. Well, Biden's administration, like Department of Justice, they may not do that because President Biden, he want to focus on his agenda as opposed to wasting resources, Department of Justice, on former president. So they may not decide not to do that. And even if they decide so, President Trump may have pardoned himself and his family members and his close friends, employees, like former Mayor Rudy Giuliani. Okay, he may have pardoned them, including himself. There's some speculation about that in the media, right? Yeah. Okay. Is that the end of the story? I don't think so. Why? There could be some civil lawsuits. People who want to go after his own money, President Trump's money, his bank account, right? That can happen, all right? Some civil lawsuits like wrongful death or whatever. But that's still not clear. Why? Because people who died, several people died from this Capitol Hill incident, okay, including two suicides, okay? But the family members of those seven people who died from that Capitol Hill incident, they could be still pro-Trumpers, Trump supporters. So they may decide not to sue former President Trump. Okay. Then who's gonna sue him? the civil court. Uh, you with some people who don't like President Trump. Okay, so most likely they're Democrats, but they may lack the standing to sue him. Okay, why? The people who got harmed by President Trump's misleading of this Capitol Hill incident, they are pro-Trumpers, hardcore. They are Republicans. People who got damaged by this Capitol Hill incident, they are Republicans who love President Trump. So most likely they are not going to sue President Trump. Right? So that's the legal analysis. Okay. So he may just get away with it. We don't know. Okay. I mean, in law, criminal law or tort law, yeah, some wrongdoing, causation to a damage. Okay, some wrongdoing caused some damage. Three elements are met in this case. President Trump's case, Capitol Hill incident. Okay, but will he actually get involved in some kind of lawsuits? That we don't know. All right. Okay, we'll take 5 minutes break. I need some vocal rest. Okay, so yeah, yeah, I'm a lawyer, so some legal education, right? Yeah, to share with the world what I know as a lawyer. Okay, so okay. For future generation's sake, right? Yeah, we do our job, right? So yeah, education of future generation. Yeah. So I mean, let's talk about President Biden. Now he's became the president, President Joe Biden. Yeah, I mean, I can appreciate his liberalism. Okay, he want to help out the poor people, raise the minimum wage level, and the diversification of his cabinet, all different races, genders. Yeah, we can appreciate. I can appreciate that. Okay, so as a person in the position of power, he's helping out minorities and less representative groups of people. Yeah, there's good liberalism there. Okay, I can appreciate that. But when it comes to his economic policy, right, he's against oil and gas. Okay, when it comes to oil and gas industry, I have to agree with President Trump. Okay, yeah, open up the NWA, Arctic National Wildlife Refuge in Alaska. Okay, yeah, develop oil and gas, create jobs. I agree with President Trump on that. Right? But Mr. Joe Biden, he does not like fossil fuel. He believes in global warming, climate change, and he want to replace federal vehicles to electric cars. I think it's very ill-advised ideas. Okay, so I have to disagree with him. All right, President Joe Biden. Okay, but President Trump, what he did is very, very disappointing, to say the least. Right. So he misled his supporters so that they go to Capitol Hill to protest. And after they got into the building against the law and committing violence on Capitol Hill police officers, all right, President Trump washed his hands off of it, okay, and denounced his own supporters, distanced himself from his own supporters. To it's very self-preserving, self-serving kind of, and it's very much betrayal of his own people. Okay, yeah, we are talking about Proud Boys, QAnon, Oath Keepers. Okay, and President Trump denounced them after he led them to be there to protect himself. That's very, very disappointing. Okay, it's a betrayal. All right, and he didn't issue a single presidential pardon to those people, pro-Trumpers, MAGA mobs, who went there under his direction. He didn't issue a single presidential pardon. Why? Because it's politically inconvenient. So that's President Trump. Okay, what a disappointment. I voted for him back in 2016 November, like many Republicans. Do I regret it? Well, not really. Why? Because what's the other choice we had? I mean, Madam Secretary Hillary Clinton. She could have done better or worse, but based upon the information available at that time, 2016, it was obvious who wins. Okay, but new information came in 4 years later. Capitol Hill incident, January 6th, 2021. So I don't support him anymore. Yeah, I disown him. Okay. I really loved reading his books, loved his apprentice TV shows. Okay. But what he did was not acceptable before, during, and after Capitol Hill incident. Right. Misleading his supporters that there was election fraud without any evidence. It was his fantasy. I think he's suffering from partial dementia. Right. Delusion of grandeur, paranoia, delusion of persecution. Okay. Yeah. So I no longer support him as a politician. I don't. I do not think he's good at politics. Okay. But yeah, he may come up with what brand new party. That's what some media speculate. Yeah, Patriot Party, or he may dabble into some journalism like Trump News Network. Some people speculate about that. Okay, Patriot Party. Well, if he established that, I won't be a part of that. Okay, because I don't think he will do very well. He didn't do very well in politics. Okay, but if he create Trump News Network, yeah, I'll be very interested in watching it. Okay, it'll be interesting. Alternative facts. Yes, Trump's fake news. It'll be entertaining. Okay. Or he may spend time in courts, criminal or civil lawsuits against him. He may even go to jail. All right. If United States attorneys go after him, Department of Justice, under the approval of President Joe Biden, if he does approve that, they may have a very good case, okay, against him, right? He may end up in jail. Who knows? Okay. President Trump behind the golden cage. That may happen. We don't know. Okay. Like some Republicans, yeah, I was very disappointed. Right? Like some Republicans, I was also disappointed at pro-Trumpers on the Capitol Hill when they committed violence on police officers. Because when BLM happened in year 2020, we Republicans, we supported police officers. Okay. Yeah, Mr. George Floyd protest. Okay, we are sorry, Mr. George Floyd passed away. But some Democrats racialized it. Okay, characterized as the incident as racism. We disagree. Okay. Yeah, I mean in the news they say unarmed black man was shot by police officers, right? But it has nothing to do with race, okay? Any unarmed man can still be very dangerous, no matter what race he is, right? So, unarmed black man shot by police, okay? Yeah, they racialize it, right? So it's like in informal fallacy logic. It's called a straw man fallacy, okay? Yeah, they characterize it as something else, mischaracterize it as something else that's more vulnerable to attack. Okay. Yeah, unarmed black man, but no matter what that guy is, unarmed man can be still very dangerous. Right. When an African American commits a crime, they don't say they don't identify that person as a black person. But when a black person got shot by police officers, they always say, "Oh, it's a black person." Okay, but when a black person actually commit a crime, they don't identify that person as a black person. Okay, so yeah, left-leaning liberal media very much biased, very protective of African Americans, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, but And they're advocates, okay, they're activists, so we understand. But so yeah, we'll see how it goes. Racial relation in President Joe Biden's own administration. It's possible it get better. Okay, it would be nice. Yeah, if racial relations between blacks and whites get better under President Joe Biden's administration. Yeah, that's great. We'll see. Okay, we don't know. All right, we'll take 5 minutes break because I need some for rest. So. Politics is such a mess. But at the same time, very entertaining, intriguing, right? Fascinating. Maybe because it's such a mess, right? Maybe because it's such a mess, politics is kind of interesting because it's such a mess, right? Maybe. Let's take 5 minutes, okay? Oh, yeah, I forgot to answer this question. Why do some Republicans still support former President Trump? All right, yeah. Let's think about it, okay? We'll talk about it after 5 minutes, okay? All right. If you want to think about it. Okay, so yeah, it's in one of my our previous paper last year. Yeah, time is equal to mass. Okay, inertia, mass. Time spent thinking about President Trump. Yeah, so many Republicans could not overcome that kind of inertia, massive inertia, time spent thinking about President Trump. So that's the bound, chained by that mass. Back in the days, prisoners would have this chain on their ankle with this huge mass of metal, iron, spherical ball, right? Prisoners. That's bound by the time spent thinking about President Trump. Yeah. Time is equal to mass. Time inertia, temporal inertia. That's what it is. Okay. That's chained by the remnant memory of former President Trump. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of a prisoner of war. There's some similarity of slavery too. Okay. So I can't feel sorry for them. I'm sorry. I can't feel sorry for them. Okay. My fellow Republicans. Okay. Oh boy. Still supporting former President Trump after all he did. All right. I feel sorry for them. But not me. I was, yeah, like some New York Times article said, yeah, magical spell of Trump did this Capitol incident, would it break the spell? All right, very smart article. Okay, I didn't read it. I just read the title. Okay, that's this. Yeah, in liberal people, I know a lot of people are very smart in Democratic Party side, leftists. Okay, some of them very, very, very intelligent, very smart. Okay, very well read, educated. So today's paper, I mean, today what I wrote, what did I write? Humanology paper. Yeah, copium flow theory. Yeah, positive copium go upward, right? Why? In Buddhism, okay, you have Buddha statue, and people throw beautiful flowers in Buddha statue, okay. Or yeah, in Christianity in the West, yeah, you have cross, okay. They honor the cross of Jesus with flowers and fragrance, whatever. Okay, so offerings. So why do they do that? A positive copium going upward because they feel secure. They are relying on somebody, some figure of power. Alright? So they gladly give donation offerings to the church, their gods, divine figures, because they feel secure. Okay, they are. It's like children gladly obeying their parents, clinging on to them. Not just people, also animals, bear cubs, clinging on to their mother bear for security. They feel safe. Right? Yeah. In entertainment industry, yeah, Lady Gaga, Billie Eilish, big figure, right? Yeah, they give them money. Positive copion go upward. Celebrities, because they feel secure that way. Yeah, reliance, dependence upon powerful figure like celebrities in Hollywood, Washington D.C., or big corporations, right? Yeah, I do that too. Okay. When I was running for Alaska State Senate last year, August 2020, Alaska State Senate primary, okay. Before that, yeah, I went to political meetings, clinging to powerful figures like state senators or U.S. senators, governors, politicians, or establishments, okay. They are cool, okay. Yeah, I'm not nothing against them. Well, maybe some disagreements with their agenda, but yeah, I wanted to shake their hands, take pictures with them, and you know, right? Yeah, dependence, reliance on authority, right? Yeah, just like children gladly obey their parents, employees gladly obey their employers because they want security, job security. Okay, children, they want to eat food, they want shelter, clothing, the parents provide to the children. Okay, yeah. So I did write about that. Okay, so a little bit, but not quite fully. So I may have to write down some notes. Actually, let me type that in. Okay, so give me 5 minutes. Okay, so. Okay, yeah, we're back. Yeah, we had just 5 minutes break. I did not smoke any cigarette. Just typing it up in the humanology paper. Yeah. Oh, what else? Yeah. Oh, Lord of the Rings. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I disowned that movie franchise and the books too. Okay. I don't know whether the books and the movies were the same, but in this particular scene, okay, there's this beautiful female warrior in this movie, Lord of the Rings. The third final installment was the subtitle of that movie, The Return of the Kings, right? You know, I'm a writer. I used to write novels, okay? But Mr. Tolkien, yeah, but Lord of the Rings, I think it's overrated, okay? In Wikipedia, they have this every single entry, Wikipedia article entry for all the characters and concepts, nouns in that fiction, figment of imagination. I think it's way overrated and hyperbolized, overblown. So I disown Lord of the Rings franchise, books, novels, movies alike, right? I disown it. Okay. Because I saw some inconsistency last night. Okay. I was watching this Lord of the Rings third installment, Return of the Kings. Okay. There's this female character, a warrior, in this movie. Yeah, Peter Jackson. Yeah, portrayed as beautiful, young, Caucasian, white skinned, blue eyed, blonde hair, right? Most like a virgin. But great warrior, okay? She and her army won the war, but her uncle passed away during the war. So she committed suicide. That's very inconsistent, nonsensical characterization. She won the war. She's a female warrior, okay? But just because her uncle passed away in this war, she committed suicide. That's inconsistency. That's like human sacrifice. That's nonsense. Okay. In this brand of humanology, we don't condone females dying, even in a novel, or in a movie. Okay. Because that's not entertaining. It has no value. We need more females surviving. Okay. Why? Because one male can mate many females, and a species can survive. We guys, males, or male animals, produce millions of sperms every day, all our lives. Okay, but females are born with fixed number, like couple of thousands of eggs. Okay, we need more females than males. Okay, so females cannot die even in a movie or novel. Okay, so after I saw that scene, yeah, I disowned that movie. Maybe in this novel by Mr. Tolkien, maybe that female hero did not die. I don't care. Guilty by association. I don't want to think about it. So I disowned that. Okay. I delisted from my Amazon Prime video. Okay. So because I don't want to see it, I don't want to think about it. Lord of the Rings, I disowned it. Right? Yeah. Yeah, because it was wrong to have this female warrior character committing suicide. That's inconsistent with this female warrior character. Okay, that's nonsense, right? We don't condone that even in a movie, novel, or female dying. We don't condone that. Okay, we disown it. So So no, I'm not gonna watch that movie again or read their novels, Lord of the Rings. Right? I don't want it. Alright, okay. Yeah. So that's that. Then what am I gonna watch then after this episode? Ah, this movie, comedy movie like Rocket Man. No, no, not Elton John. This LGBT garbage, in my opinion. Okay, not that Elton John Rocket Man movie. That's LGBT garbage, in my opinion. Okay, so yeah, not that movie, but about I think it was the 1990s. Okay, there's a comedy movie, Rocket Man. It's about space exploration. American man landing on moon. Okay, it's about that. Okay, so I may continue to watch that movie. Okay, Amazon Prime. Anyways, America space exploration to the moon. It happened multiple times. Okay, yeah, Apollo 11, and they're like 5, 7 after that, something like that. Okay, so yeah, Americans landed on moon, satellite moon. Okay, multiple times, not once. Okay, I didn't know. Okay, but I looked it up. Yeah, it's historical fact. But the very first person outside the planet Earth, it was Russia. Yeah, Господин Yuri Gagarin, Mr. Yuri Gagarin. Yeah, he said famously said, "Earth is blue." Isn't it poetic, beautiful? Yeah, like sky is blue, right? Yes. He looked for the very first time in human history from the outer space. He looked at the planet Earth. He said, "Earth is blue." Okay. Isn't it beautiful, poetic, right? I don't know how to say that in Russian. Okay. Let me grab my cell phone and use some Google Translator to say that. Earth is blue. Okay. I'm studying Russian, right? Without looking at the dictionary, Google Translator, what Russian do I know? Yeah. Привет, привет. Hello. Like, hi. Well, hello, more formal way, just like здравствуйте, здравствуйте, okay? Russian is not an easy language to learn, okay? It's very beautiful, but very difficult language to learn, okay? So, Earth is blue. Земля, земля, Sinaya, Sinaya, whatever, okay? Земля, Sinaya, something like that, okay? Sinyaya, Sinyaya. Zemlya Sinyaya. Russian is very beautiful, but very difficult to learn, okay? It is for me, okay? But I'm studying Russian in my spare time, okay? It's beautiful language. Russia, like former Soviet Union, Beatles sang about Soviet Union back in the USSR, right? Yeah. Back in the USSR, you know how I but back in the USSR. Love that song. Okay. Yeah, Ukraine, Russia, right? Uzbekistan, yeah. So former Soviet Union, yeah. Huge fan. their cultural language, people. In Alaska, why am I studying Russian? Because in Alaska, we have Uzbekistan's Russians. We have two FM. What is FM? Frequency modulation, FM channel, radio channel. Two of them in Russian language. Okay, so when I was in Los Angeles, California, I studied Spanish because we have so many Spanish neighbors and Spanish speaking radio channels. So let's take advantage of that. So when I was in Los Angeles, California, I studied Spanish. I never learned Spanish in school. Okay. But I wanted to communicate with my Spanish Hispanic neighbors in Los Angeles, California, and wanted to understand the radios spoken in Spanish. So I studied Spanish when I was in Los Angeles, California in my spare time. Now that I'm in Alaska, we have Uzbekistan, Ukrainian, Russian neighbors, two Russian, maybe Ukrainian language channels. Ukrainian, Russian, they are similar. Okay, so yeah, so let's take advantage of that. So I'm studying Russian nowadays. Okay, yeah, yeah, the space race, right, between Soviet Union, America, Soviet Union, they had their prime minister or president, what's his name? I don't remember. I used to know. Okay, so let me look at American president space race back in 1960s. Okay, yeah, JFK Kennedy. Okay, so oh, now I remember. Not even before looking up. Yeah, Khrushchev, Khrushchev. Okay, there was the Russian president, Khrushchev. Okay. Yeah, Khrushchev, kind of old guy, old school, and Kennedy, JF Kennedy in America, kind of young, untested, unproven, right? Yeah, Cuban crisis, right? Because Khrushchev from Soviet Union president, okay, he wanted to test out, kind of try to punk out this young American president, handsome, yeah, JFK, John F. Kennedy, okay, he was a senator in what state? Was his Massachusetts senator? I don't know. He went to Harvard Law. Did he go to Harvard Law School? I don't know. He went to Harvard Law, some public policy, Kennedy Law, whatever. Okay, so yeah, Kennedy. Okay, handsome guy. He went to Harvard for master's degree or law school. I don't know. Okay, some senator of whatever state, right? So yeah, Cuban crisis. Okay, but President Kennedy had this gentleman's attitude, some courtesy, politeness to acknowledge. He congratulated the Soviet Union President, Господин Mr. Khrushchev. All right, yeah, congratulations, yeah, first man outside of planet Earth, Господин Mr. Yuri Gagarin. Okay, congratulations. Okay, so back in the days, 1960s, Americans, they were very respectful, courteous, polite, civil, right? Compared to Americans today. Some Americans are still courteous, polite, respectful. Perhaps most of them. But President Trump, he's not one of them. All right. So So I don't support former President Trump as a politician. Okay. Some say, oh yeah, some Republicans support him for 2024 re-election. I don't support him for 2024 re-election. Okay. I mean, I spent a lot of time thinking about him, watching him in the TV news, TV shows, reading about him, reading his books. But yeah, that inertia, time, my time spent thinking about President Trump or Mr. Donald J. Trump, that inertia, not to be confused with dementia. Okay. Yeah, I can easily overcome that. Why? Because I'm more metaphysical than physical. Okay. I'm not saint. I'm not son of God. I'm not God. I'm not angel. Okay. But yeah, my rationality side of things overcomes my emotional side of things. Okay. Yeah, my logic and the logic I have learned from other people, life lessons I learned from you, other people, ethics, morality, right? What he did January 6, 2021, not moral, immoral, not ethical, unethical, not responsible, irresponsible, reckless, after the fact, betrayal of his own people. So no, I cannot possibly support him, Mr. Trump, as a politician, as the next president in 2024. No, right? My fellow Republicans, yeah, I have to disagree with them if they are still supporting for that man. Yeah, they're still loyal to him, but in my opinion, I don't think he's worthwhile to be loyal to because he was not loyal to his own people. We are talking about Oath Keepers, QAnon, Proud Boys, who went to Capitol Hill in January 6th, year 2021, under his direction. Okay, he betrayed them. He was not loyal to them. Was disloyal to them. He did not issue any presidential pardon to them. Those Trump supporters, pro-Trumpers, MAGA mobs who are in jail, he did not issue a single presidential pardon. Some of them expected that presidential pardon. He didn't. He washed his hands off. He betrayed his own people. He was disloyal to his own people. Right? Now, then is he worthwhile to be loyal to? So I asked my fellow Republicans. To me, it does not make any sense. Okay, but I'm more a rational thinker, scientific, logical. Okay, more metaphysical. Okay, but some other Republicans, just like in Democratic Party too. Yeah, yeah, this burden, this mass equal to time. Yeah, this temporal inertia. Okay, they still support former President Trump in his next re-election bid 2024. Okay, yeah, this inertia. They're like slaves. They're like servants. They're like prisoners of this pro-Trumpism, Trumpism, pro-Trumpism. This ideology. They're like imprisoned, jailed, enslaved by with this burden, this ankle chain with this mass spherical metallic ball, right, made of steel, kinda dragging these prisoners, slaves of President Trump, MAGA. I feel sorry for them. Okay, I mean Democrats, they are no better, right? Imprisoned by BLM, LGBT, tattoo piercing, marijuana, ultra internationalism, okay, yeah, anti oil and gas, climate change alarmism, this COVID-19 alarmism, okay, this burden of ideological slavery, imprisonment. Democrats, I don't think they are any better than Republicans. It's human condition, right? Whether they are left or right, Democrats or conservative, they're all burdened by this ideological slavery, ideological control, ideological hegemony, dictatorship, right? Americans, they think they are so free. I don't think they are. I don't think they are very free. Okay. I think Americans are just like people in any other countries. They are slaves, they are servants, they are prisoners of ideological wars. They are in jail. Yeah, they say life is a sentence. It's not a word. Life is a sentence. Life sentence in prison. It's a jail, right? Yeah, I think Americans are same. Very restricted limitation, small degree of freedom. Okay, yeah, I can use my left hand, right hand, just a little bit. But we have to go to work tomorrow. We have to eat. We have to go to bathroom. We have to abide by these rules. We have to abide by the speed limit. We have to eat, go to bathroom, shower, take a bath, go to work. Then where's our freedom? Maybe our in our spare time, right? But in other countries they have that too. So I don't think America has more degree of freedom. Okay, if it just entropy, second law of thermodynamics language, but yeah. So I did talk about that in this humanology paper I'm writing now. Okay, so far it's like 35, 37 pages. Okay, yeah, we are not that free. Okay, degree of freedom. It's very exaggerated, overrated concept. Okay. Love is another one. Freedom, love, the two concepts that's very overrated and exaggerated. Okay. Yeah. You know, even in America, we don't have that much freedom. Okay. If you go to work, I go to work, we go to work. Okay. We have to obey our employers. Okay. You are a child, you have to obey your parents. Okay. We want to survive, we want to eat, we want to pay our bills. Okay. So we obey, right? Not much has changed in the history of humanity, right? It's been this way forever, okay? It's been called dictatorship, democracy, communism, socialism, capitalism, okay? But it's all the same, okay? It's about the strong feed on the weak. Food pyramid, ecological pyramid, okay? We are underlings, lower dogs, right? Every now and then, horn dogs, whatever, hot dogs, right? It's been always this way. It's triangular, food pyramid, ecological stuff, okay? It's a natural law. I did talk about that in this paper, okay? We are just observing it, describing it. We are not saying it's wrong or right. No, we are scientists. We observe it and we describe it. Human condition, right? It's not only human nature, it's also human condition, right? Yeah. Human condition versus human nature. What's the difference, right? Yeah. So many of the things that I say in this humanary series in Google YouTube, it does not get into those papers are right? So there's some exclusive stuff in this Google YouTube humanary series, okay? So I cannot write all this down, all right? Yeah, some of it get into the paper and get published in some online databases, non peer-reviewed databases, peer-reviewed journals. They reject our papers, okay, no problem, all right? But it get out there in somewhere in the internet, kind and generous online databases, okay? Yeah, we do our job, okay? So no problem, okay? All right. Have a good night. Thank you. Bye. God bless you.